Oh, by the way, I did enable the console. I just want to let you know I did that because there's one ending that involves the console. So you see the console right there. I enabled the console because there's one ending that involves bringing the console up and typing and more or less cheating to get to the ending. So we're gonna do that ending right now. And there we go. We did it.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room. Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
Well, we have to wait here for 100 billion years. Sorry, 100 billion trillion years. Or we can try and cheat again.
Whoa, did we not have the talk? Are we not in the serious room this very moment? Did I not tell you how many tables I looked through? I'm going to be conservative and say it was somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable person would say I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables, and I genuinely considered each one too. I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious than this one. It's more of a notes room. Again, the point of this story is to convey how serious I feel this cheating issue is. And I'm sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment. Infinity years in the serious room. I generally have trouble reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this crippling new punishment.
Infinity?
That's
a long time.
It's the most serious I could think of. Can you get more serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
I mean, infinity, I think, is not that is to the level of being. Let's just cheat again.
Still no effect. The problem is clearly the serious room. It isn't serious enough. That's on me, Stanley. I apologize. I'm going to the store to look through more tables. Hopefully I find one that conveys how wrong what you're doing is. Now, where did I put those notes?
So that's it. That's the serious ending. They call it the serious ending. We get stuck in the serious room and we can't get out because we tried to cheat. If we do it again, nothing happens. It just puts us back in the serious room. So that is called the serious ending. I've never seen that ending before. In fact, there were a lot of endings we saw on Tuesday that I hadn't seen. I like that ending, even though it's a silly, ridiculous ending. I like it. Okay, so next, what do we got? I think the most significant one was we're not going to find the one where we're not going to do the art ending. that requires you playing that baby game for 4 hours. And we're not going to do that. We are not going to play the baby game for 4 hours. Is there any way to cheese it? I don't know. Maybe? I don't see anything on the thing that I'm at. I mean, that might be worth looking at. It's called, you can probably look it up on YouTube. It's called the art ending. You have to play the baby game for 2 hours. Then the game doubles in difficulty. And you have to play for another 2 hours. And then you get an ending called the art ending. That's what you have to do that. We've done the games ending. We haven't done this one, I don't think. Oops. Begin the game again. 200 follower special. I mean, you know, if you all wanted to see it, like, really badly, like, all of you, then I probably still wouldn't do it. That's 4 hours of my life that I can never have back. There's so many other things that are tedious and mind-numbing that I would rather do in 4 hours, I think.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let me look at this one.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So you have to take the right door. Beep. Ba 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 ba.
When Stanley came to a set of
Right
two
door.
open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
We don't do
open door
that.
on his left.
Yeah, listening to the baby cry would be too much. Yeah, that's
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
There's some sort of red door. Does anybody see a red door? I see a door here. We can't go in it. Is there a red door down there? No?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, it's probably
I'm
through
not
there.
your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is,
Oh, I know
the
what ending
story
we're
has
going
been
for,
about
I
nothing
think.
but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've... What? Really?
Yes.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Yeah.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, now we just go through the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. I would We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think, well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Ooh, a door.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What is it?
Here.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Have I played the beginner's guide? No. Is that the Stanley Parable demo? Or is that some other game? Just curious. Because I know there's a demo to this that has different content. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, that's spiff. Can we go off the edge? We cannot go off the edge. Wow. Fancy. Okay. Wasn't there a way off of here? Oh, here it is. What's this? Ooh.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh, really? We can jump?
No!
Ow!
Oh, thank God. You lived. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I mean...
Stanley,
Alright.
let's go back to the other room.
What if I go back to the other room?
Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
I mean...
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I don't know.
No, perhaps not.
I mean, the narrator seems to like being stuck forever in places.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
It's raining tacos.
Yes.
Over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
How many times
Maybe
is
you're
it?
just
Man,
getting a kick out of it.
Stanley can...
I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Stanley can really,
I guess
like...
It was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Man. There we go.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
That's kind of a sad ending. Okay, we have a few more. We've got this one.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Thanks for the taco
What could it
party
mean?
coffees.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So there's some of these endings that I feel like
Yet
they would
there
be
was not
really
a single
difficult to
person here
find.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
That one we
office,
could have
hoping he
found.
might find an answer there.
This
Coming
one?
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
This
boss's
one seems like
office.
it would have been a difficult one to find.
Stepping in.
So we do that, and then things open. Like this door reopens, so we can go back. And the narrator isn't here. So we go back to the beginning. And there's a new door, apparently, that has opened that we can go through. I don't know how you would have found this. You would have had to really, like, play the heck out of this game, I think. I don't know what door it is. What door is it? I thought it was this door, but apparently it's not. There's some other door that's open now. Well, I think. Thought there was another door that was open. It's not the broom closet. Alright. Let me look. It says it's door. It says there should be a door in front of my office. Okay. Well, that didn't seem open to me. Yeah, exactly. It's so obscure that the guide doesn't even work. Oh. Oh, we're not done yet. Okay, we have to open... Wait, what? Okay, I'm confused. Alright, I think we broke it. I think the game's broken. I think we officially broke the game. Alright, we're gonna try it again. If we can get it, we can't get it. So be it. So we should have...
How wonderful. Stanley was alone.
We should have been able to open it. This door should have opened.
Great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what
I think the game is now sentient and
when
knows
Stanley came to a set of two open
what
doors,
I'm doing.
He entered the door on his left.
It also said that the restroom was supposed to open, and it didn't, so...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
We're gonna
boss's
try
office.
it one more time. If it doesn't work, we're just gonna go. We're gonna try something else.
Stepping...
So it says this door should be open, but it's not. Oh, there it goes. I guess it is open. Alright. And then it closed. And this door should also be open. I guess it's not. We got in there before, though, so no biggie. Okay, let's try this again. Beginner's Guide is unrelated, but the same dev and very meta as well. It's $10. Okay, cool. Do you know if it's on my list? Would it be classified as an adventure game? I mean, this one has a very loose story. This one's like one of those that... This is one of those games that's like really hard to classify. Hey, this door's open this time. Ah, here we go. Here we go. This is what's supposed to happen. Okay, let me go in here. There we go. There we go. You are now leaving. That's what it says. You are now leaving. Escape pod. Floor 760. Okay. I guess we'll go find the escape pod. Right? Assuming we can, like... We have to go up several flights of stairs to do this. This is actually more interesting than I thought it was going to be. The description did not give away the ending, really. It just told you how to get there, which is good. It is interesting. Actually, let's look again. I said 432. Does it say 432? Yes, it does. Ah, boo! You're reusing rooms, game. I'm disappointed in you. All right, here we go. Launch pod. Launch bay. Escape. Okay. Oh, here we go. We found it. Ah! What's happening? Oh, it's loading. Okay. The game just restarted. Okay. I think I messed something up, but that's the ending. It just basically says there will be a sign warning that both the narrator and Stanley need to be present in order for the escape sequence to play out as intended. The narrator was disabled early on, so the game restarts instead.
All of his co-workers were gone.
So
what could it mean?
We can't use the escape pod.
Meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
He made a
missed
big
memo.
mistake. That's not good. All right, there's one more that I think is interesting. If I can find it. And I think that'll be the last one we do. Where is it? We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. Where is it? Oh, this is it. This one has a lot of content.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That's hilarious.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Because I have made that mistake multiple times.
Just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I think we need to go across. I think that's what we need to do.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Hey Morton, thanks for the bit.
Trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
It's raining tacos.
I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional
video. Pay attention.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
A what? Practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Guess we're going back.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Where are we going? Oh, we're going back to the door room.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yeah, this is an interesting ending.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh. Things are looking kind of bad here. Things are not looking great. And they're looking okay here. I just got myself turned around. Okay, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story! You've destroyed my work! Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Yellow. Hey, Zomb. Thanks for the follow.
Oh, I'm here.
Whoa.
I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
I am clever.
My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
Spoiler.
I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Spoiler.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so I want to go to the door on the left. Go to the boss's office.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
This
decided
is,
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Interesting.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
Notice-
upstairs to his boss's
Notice
office.
I can't go down. Notice I can't actually go down. My ability to go down is gone. Then we come in here. The boss's office
It's
looks
raining
different.
tacos.
The boss's office looks different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shark 115. But I can't speak.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. It's Night Shark 115. Hey, X-Mensa, thanks for the taco party.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Oh. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ooh. Why are we up here?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley,
Hey, look, it's Stanley.
I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
I'd say it's my first real playthrough. I played this game before, but
whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct.
I didn't do a whole lot of it.
Together, I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
So I didn't see a whole lot of the endings. And it's been a long time anyway.
Anything? This is more important than you can ever know.
We got credits.
I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Is that like the best? Is that the best ending? Oh, we're back. We have, there's one more ending. An easy ending, I think. Wait, no, we're here.
When Stanley came to a set
What?
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I wasn't expecting to be back here. I wasn't expecting to be there. I was expecting to be back at my office. But I wasn't back at my office. So...
Yet there was not a single person here either.
What is happening?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Okay, we're gonna begin the game again. Because I want to be here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Because apparently there's a window you can go out. Where's the window? Okay. I think it's back here. Oh, here we go.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, I'm not... Is this working? Is it working? Kind of. Kind of works, right? There we go. There we go. We did it.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
All right. I mean, we kind of have to come back now, right? Don't we? Don't we have to come back?
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Dang it. Go up the chair, you stupid Stanley. Do the thing. Oh. Is that what they're doing? They're making it so we can't? Ha ha ha. They're closing off the option to us, so we can't come back and pick the other option. Wow. Oh no, I really thought they were. That would have been hilarious, I must say. Would that not have been hilarious?
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable.
Are you all miserable? Because I'm not.
Quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. you too will become quite unbearable.
Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
Hey, Coffees, thanks for the 17-month resub. That is a lot of months. Thank you, Coffees. That's a, you know, this is not awful. I think it's repeating though. It's not making me miserable though. I expect something awful, like annoying noises. I mean, that baby game is probably the most miserable I've been in this whole game. I don't know about you, but that baby game, nope. Nope. Hey, it's stopping. It stopped. Now there's no music. Now we're just in a white room with nothing. Yeah, the baby game noise hurt your soul. It hurt my soul and everything. It hurt everything. Alright, now it's just a white room with nothing. Alright, I think it's time to restart the game. There's one more ending that we can't really get. So I think we might have gotten all of the meaningful endings. We got the confusion ending. We got the apartment ending. We got the broom closet ending. We got the heaven ending. We got the escape pod ending. We got the Mariella ending. We got the museum ending. We got the countdown ending. We got the freedom ending. We got all of those endings. Let's end by getting the freedom ending again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Let's just do what we're
Stanley
supposed to do.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, and apparently it reset the input thing, so we have to do the various inputs to get the heaven ending. Yeah, we got the code cheating ending. We did that. That was the first ending we got. We got the cheat code ending. See, I have the console on right now, so we can get that ending. The serious room ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
we didn't get the art ending because we're not playing the baby game for 4 hours. We're just not doing it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I mean, we didn't look at the PowerPoint. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively. Nice. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header. And throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm something something. I think I did. I'm looking at a list of the endings right now, so I think I got the other game's ending. Yeah, where we went to the Portal, and such. We got the broom closet ending.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on
Got
track.
that ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks.
Oh.
Not a living soul.
I did forgot to freeze.
Could he really be all
Yeah, we got that
alone?
one too.
This was too much for Stanley to take.
Self-destruct
Too much
ending.
for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he
I don't
found a
remember this
keypad
dialogue.
behind the boss's desk. What
The
could it
museum
be?
ending was like
Was
one
it
of
a
the
sign
first
hope
endings
for
we got.
Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past,
Which I think is
it had
funny.
been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
It's funny, this dialogue is different. Ooh, there's an elevator, which we already knew about. I think it's funny that the museum ending was one of the first ones we actually got, because, you know, it's like a spoiler ending. It's got a bunch of spoilers.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I do indeed.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Coffee's adding Heart of China to the voting queue. Wow.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I think this is where the museum ending is. Am I correct about that? I think the museum ending is right here. We go through here. We're about to get crushed to death. Then we go to the museum. I believe. I don't know. Part of me wants to go to the museum ending. I think we're gonna go to the museum ending.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would
Now that I
meet
think
violent
about it,
death.
because now we can look at the museum in new light because we've seen most of the stuff that's
The door
in the
behind him
museum,
was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get
and
back on
it will
track.
actually have more meaning to us.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It's raining tacos.
Oh no! Hey, thanks for the taco party, Milk Sniffer. Hey, Milk Sniffer, how's it going?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
No.
Farewell, Stanley.
No.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Yeah, I thought about the normal ending, but this one we can actually look at the
And yet it would be just a few minutes
stuff.
before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the
Yeah, we
narrator
did the
think he
escape
was
pod
going to
ending too.
accomplish?
We did the escape
When
pod.
every path you can walk has
I
been
think there's a
created
few
for
we
you
didn't
long
do,
in
but they're kind of
advance,
boring ones.
death becomes meaningless.
All right, we got
making life the same.
the nature
Do you see
paintings.
now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
We got the nature paintings. We got his computer. I like how when you hit the button, it's a keyboard. And then we have the office. So we got Stanley's desk right there. It's a pretty sizable desk, I must say. Stanley must be what? So I have a question. Serious question. We've seen a lot of office things here. Stanley's got his own office. Like, he's got his own office. He's got an office with a door, a bigger desk than everybody else. You know, we got Stanley here. He's like in this door, and all he does apparently is push buttons. And then we have these people here. We got 6 people here sharing a room, you know, and Stanley's like got it's not quite a 2 by, well, maybe it is. I don't know. A 2 by 2, a 1 by 2, where the people in these desks basically have a 1 by 1. And so we got 6 people here. We've got this layout also has 6 people. And then we have the left right area here. So what did Stanley do to get upgraded to the office? Was he just doing that good of work? Was he just that good at his job that he got upgraded to the See, this is all the other people's desks. They only get half desks. I mean, Stanley gets the full desk experience. That's true. There are people who have offices. That is true. This also isn't, I don't think, completely accurate. I think there is a door right there that's not on the map as well. There's the window there. I wonder what they do. What do they do? Like, I don't know. I feel like a button pusher, if that's your job, like you're a button pusher. Maybe he's just been at it. Maybe he's got like lots of seniority on everybody else. I don't know. We got the computers here. Look at these computers. Just look at them. They've got 2 floppy drive slots. They got 2 floppy drive slots. One for a big one. What is it? 5 1/4? So 5 1/4 and 3 1/2. 5 1/4 inch floppy and a 3 1/2 inch floppy. Like one of those old IBMs. And these computers apparently turn themselves back on. What do we got over here? We got buttons. Okay. We got the credits here. We've got some artwork. Development scenes of the boss's office. This looks like the one that we went into, but there's also that green one that we got. Maybe he slept with the boss. Maybe he did. We don't know. We may never know. Okay, what do we got over here? We got some narration outtakes. What's that mean? I hear stuff, but I don't know. Three separate times over the 2 years. These are clips that from early takes that were not used in the game. Okay. I kind of hear them, but I don't hear them. Okay, mind control facility, an early version. It's insinuated that the reason there's a mind control device is so the workers don't bail from their boringly generic jobs. Okay, we got an office clock. Slick. You know, I find it interesting that there are people. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the Countdown indie. So see, this is a big spoiler area. Is it not? I mean, Freedom ending, like it really is. This is like one of the first endings that we came across. Escape menu. We have whatever this is. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess they assumed I'd actually do what the game said at one point. Or how much of this is actually true, and how much do they just design to put into the museum? They used to have a timer. Interesting. Cargo lift. Cargo lift. Okay. My favorite ending? I mean, I like the heaven ending. The heaven ending's pretty good. You have to admit. We did get the heaven ending last time where we pushed all of the input things and we got the heaven ending. That was pretty good. The line one's pretty good too. The line ending where there's a line that goes all over the place. And the line kind of starts to least favorite ending. Not sure. Like there's some that borderline on not being endings. I'm looking at the list of endings to see if I can think of my least favorite ending. I guess of the main endings, probably the freedom ending is probably one of the more boring endings. the actual.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Bank.